Hi guys, welcome back to the big sew along and welcome to 2025. Thank you so much for choosing to spend some time with me. I hope everybody had wonderful holidays and is getting back to normal in the new year. I have just a couple of things to catch up with you on today. Starting with, I wanted to do a little follow-up on a couple of things. If you guys will remember back in November, when I went on my trip to New York and met with Faith, I came home and told you guys that I was pledging to give Faith all of my profits from this channel from that point until Christmas Day, and I was able to do that. I was able to donate $500 to Faith thanks to all of you guys. Put a little picture up here. I wanted to say a special thank you to everybody who made individual donations, but also thank you to everybody who just watched my videos, because all of that helped me achieve that goal. So thank you so very much for helping me do that. I really, really do appreciate it, and I know that Faith does too. Aside from that, I had another thing I wanted to... Oh, I know. So in my last video, I did a closet clear out, and I listed a few things over on my Ko-Fi account for sale. You guys purchased every single one of them. Now, I didn't get all of my things listed, but I think I maybe had 5. So thank you guys to everybody who made those purchases. I had one going to Australia, and I have no idea how long it'll take to get to Australia, so I apologize for that. I think that you guys are like in the middle of summer now, so hopefully it'll get there by the time the weather cools down. Everybody else's packages have been sent out, and you should get them soon. I will list more things over on Ko-Fi as we go along, and I'll alert you guys here when I do that. The last thing is, one of you guys asked me I left a comment on one of my other videos, and I somehow, I tried to respond to the comment, and I couldn't find it. I saw the comment flash up on alerts on my phone, and I read it, and then when I went back to YouTube, I couldn't find it anywhere. So I'm just going to answer it here. The question was, how big is my cutting table and my cutting mat, and where did I get it? And I will tell you, my cutting mat is 38 inches by 68 inches, and I got it at a place on Etsy called Big Rotary Cutting Mat. I believe that they're out of California. They do a bunch of different sizes. Their prices were very reasonable, and they shipped really quickly. I will leave a link to their Etsy shop below. Also, I didn't tell you guys this before, but Faith is a longtime follower here on my channel. And I meant to say when I very first talked about Faith that I will leave a link to her Instagram below, because especially for you guys who like using thrifted fabrics or flipping clothes from thrift stores, you should follow Faith. She does a lot of that stuff, and it's really great. Okay, so what have I been up to? A couple of weeks ago, I was talking about trying to use some old t-shirts to make underwear, and I think I made a couple of pair from that Colette pattern. I can't remember the name of it now, which turned out great. But for ages and ages, I have been looking for a pattern for a bralette, by which I mean just like a pullover bra, something that's stretchy and pulls over, so I don't have to deal with clasps and stuff like that. A side note, and probably too much information here, but I have really bad eczema, and I have a big patch of eczema pretty consistently in the center of my back. It doesn't matter what bra I wear, the hooks and eyes really irritate that, so I prefer to use something that just pulls over so I don't have the hooks and eyes. I do still have to be careful because sometimes the elastic can make it really itchy, but for the most part, those pullover bras work well for me. I'm not a large busted gal. I'm a 36C, so I know that a pullover bra won't work for everybody, but that's generally what I like to wear, especially because I don't go out all that much, so I don't really need like uplifting, like shape changing like undergarments. I absolutely refuse to wear underwires like a lot of women I know at this point. I think 2020 was like the death knell for underwires for a lot of us. So anyways, I have been looking for a long time for a pullover bra like that, and I've tried several. And then when I was making my underpants, I came across this bra here. It's called the Angie Bra. It is from Modella Patterns on Etsy. I believe that this designer is out of Turkey. I'm not 100% sure. Her video, she has videos to show the directions. Actually did need the videos for this because I was a little confused at first, but the videos are short and very easy to understand. This Angie Bra is like my favorite. I really love it. I have now made 3 of them. I'll show you a picture here. This first one I made from scraps of fabric that I had left over from a pair of leggings I made last year. This second one here I made from an old t-shirt that I made for myself. The first one was cotton spandex. The second one is bamboo and spandex. And this bra is fully lined, so I didn't have enough fabric from the t-shirt to do the lining. I used a different t-shirt. It was, no, that was leftover fabric. Actually, the lining on this one is leftover fabric. Also bamboo and rayon. I know, bamboo and spandex. And this was the second one I made. I love it. I think it's super comfy. And then the third one I made, I thought I would try, like, I really thought I was going to use just like cotton t-shirts, but a couple of you guys mentioned the stretch factor when we were talking about underwear before. And although there are plenty of like plain cotton underwear, you can make plain cotton underwear, no problem, with no spandex. However, for the pullover bras, I felt like it needed to have some stretch factor. So when I was at the thrift store, I came across a couple of these shirts, and these are men's, they're like workout shirts. They're not super stretchy, but they've got plenty of stretch. These things are 100% polyester, but they are called CoolMax. They're supposed to be moisture wicking. I don't know how that works in polyester. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. But because I found a couple of these and they were in a bin for like 50 cents a piece, I thought I would give them a try. I made this third Angie Bra out of one of these. And this one is probably by far my favorite. I have not worn this all day yet. I've just tried it on and it fits really well and I love it. Not sure about the moisture wicking or the CoolMax factor. We will wait and see how that works when I wear it all day. Meanwhile, while I was there, I was at the Modella pattern site. I also, because I think she gave me like a coupon for like if I added like the underpants. So I did. Those are the Bella underpants, and those are the ones that you saw in these pictures here. I had enough fabric from each of those things to make underpants as well, except for the white ones, which I made from the leftovers of another outfit that I made, another thing I made over the holidays, which is what I'm wearing today. And I have to tell you guys, I'm super thrilled with this make. This sort of came together as I went. This was, I used the Me and Miss Moore Artsy smock dress for this pattern. And then the main image here on the front is an image of Edith head. This was a t-shirt that I bought back earlier in the fall. I was watching Stacy Robbins on, I think her channel is called Sewing with Stacy, but I'll link it below if you haven't seen it before. And she was talking about going to an art museum, I think in Kansas City, where she saw an Edith head exhibit. I love Edith head, even though, I don't know if I told you guys this, I started out as a costume designer. I did mostly theater, but I did have aspirations to work in the movies. So I'm a big Edith head fan. I went to the museum web shop and I bought the Edith head book, which is like fabulous. Like, if you like old movies and you like costuming, check this out. It's pretty amazing. But while I was there, I bought this Edith head t-shirt, knowing that I probably would not wear it as a t-shirt. I think I bought a large or an extra large. I used the main image of Edith head for the center front, and I also used the back of the t-shirt for the back of my dress. The sides here, I cut from a thrift store t-shirt that was just a plain white. It's a very fine, like, Pima cotton. And I used the remainder of that t-shirt to make my white underpants. So the rest of this dress, the red ribbing and the red sleeve portion, and then the red band around the bottom, Those are all from one of my husband's old t-shirts. And the skirt, you guys may remember that fabric I purchased, gosh, I can't remember when I bought it, but if you remember, I washed it and it got like all the black faded onto the white and it looked like purpley on the white, and you guys recommended that I use the Shout color catchers. I did that once on this fabric and most of that staining came out, and then I washed it again just before I made this dress and the rest of it came out. So I was pretty darn happy about that. I have to tell you guys, super excited about this dress. I really love it. Like I said, it sort of came together as I was working on it. I have plans to make another one of these. I have another t-shirt. This was a thrift store t-shirt that the other one I want to make is a thrift store t-shirt that I found that is too small for me, but I thought I could use the main image here on the front and then do color blocking around the sides. I probably will have to color block the skirt on that one as well because I don't think that I have enough fabric for a full skirt, but that's okay. If you guys are interested in seeing exactly how I went about using that Artsy smock dress to make this dress, let me know in the comments and I will do a quick video on that. Okay, the only other thing I really have to tell you guys about that happened over the holidays is I somehow managed to break my serger. And I'm hoping that maybe you guys can, if anybody else has had this experience, you can let me know in the comments if you have some idea how to fix it. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to take this in to the repair shop. I was changing the thread in my serger, and I must have had the presser foot up, and somehow I knocked it when I was changing the thread, and when it slammed down, the presser foot, instead of facing forward like this, it like went wonky, and it now faces away from the sewing machine at like a 45-degree angle. It's not the actual foot that moved, it's the bar that holds the foot that moved, and I have no idea if that is something that can just get snapped back into place, or, I mean, it doesn't seem to be because I tried. I don't want to damage it more. So anyways, if you guys have ever had that experience and you know what the problem is, let me know in the comments. If I don't hear from you guys, I guess I'll just make my way to the repair shop. It's kind of a bummer though. I do have a spare serger. I'm very lucky to have a spare serger. It's just a really old one and the tension is kind of wonky. It doesn't work that well. Oddly enough, it doesn't work that well on knits. It does pretty well on woven fabrics, but I like to sew my knits with a 4-thread serge because it's just so much easier. So when I can do that, that's what I usually do. This machine does not work with, it has 4 threads, but the tension is wonky on the 4th thread, so it doesn't really work for knits that well. Okay, that is it for me this week. I am so happy to be back. I missed being here. I missed hearing from you guys. I'm anxious to hear what you've been up to over the holidays. Next week, I know before the holidays I said I was going to do a video on one of my refashions from my closet clear out, and I am going to do that relatively soon. But next week we're going to do a little January inspiration because I don't know about you guys, but this is the time of year when I really need inspiration. Until then, I wish you all happy sewing.